Knowledge is power. Say those three words slowly. Let them settle into your understanding completely before anything else happens in this video. Because those three words, knowledge is power, are not just a phrase that this channel uses as an introduction. They are the entire reason this channel exists. They are the foundation of everything we do here. Every coin we reveal, every detail we explain, every piece of numismatic history we share with the collectors and the history lovers and the passionate treasure hunters who trust this channel with their time. But today, right now, I want to add something to those three words. Something that this channel has always believed, and that today's coin proves more powerfully than anything we have shown you before. Knowledge is not just power. Knowledge is wealth. Real wealth. The kind that turns an ordinary old penny into a $5,000 discovery. The kind that turns a dark old coin that most people would dismiss as dirty or damaged or worthless into something that serious collectors compete for, that auction houses celebrate, and that the numismatic world recognizes as a genuine and extraordinary treasure hiding in plain sight. And numismatic knowledge, the specific and deep and completely practical knowledge about old coins and their history and their rarity and their value, is the most powerful kind of wealth knowledge that this channel can give you. Because numismatic knowledge does not just tell you what something is worth. It tells you why. It tells you how to recognize it. It tells you what to do when you find it. And it tells you clearly, honestly, and completely exactly where and how to turn that knowledge into the real financial result that genuine rarity always produces for the person who knows what they are holding. This channel has always promised you that knowledge. From the very first video, from the very first coin. And today, right now, we are delivering that promise once again with a coin so rare, so historically extraordinary, so completely and genuinely valuable that most people who have ever seen one have looked at it and thought they were looking at something old and dirty and worth nothing. They were looking at $5,000 or more, and they did not know it. You are about to know it. This is the 1921 George 5 penny. Full, natural, black patina, and it is worth $5,000 or more, depending on condition, depending on the specific quality and the specific completeness of the natural black patina covering the coin, depending on the grade, and depending on finding the right buyer in the right market at the right moment, which this channel is going to tell you exactly how to do. Now look at this coin. Before one word of explanation, before one historical fact or one technical detail, just look at it. Let that color, that deep, rich, dark, completely natural black that covers this penny in a way that looks at first like something wrong, something old and neglected, something that needs cleaning. Let it register in your vision completely. And then hear me say something that I need you to remember for the rest of your collecting life. That black is not dirt. That black is not damage. That black is not something negative of any kind. That black is 103 years of natural patina. 103 years of completely genuine, completely authentic, completely irreplaceable natural chemistry working on the copper surface of this specific penny in conditions that produced a color so deep and so complete and so genuinely beautiful to the educated numismatic eye that serious collectors specifically seek it, specifically pay premium prices for it, and specifically understand that what looks like an old dark penny to most people is to them one of the rarest and most desirable natural color expressions that any copper coin from this era can produce. That black is $5,000 or more. Now let me tell you everything about this coin. Every corner, every detail, every layer of historical significance and numismatic rarity and genuine collector demand that makes this specific penny worth the value it carries. Because this channel promised you the complete detail, every corner of the coin. And that is exactly what you are going to get. This is a 1921 George V penny. Let me explain what that means completely and precisely. George V was the King of the United Kingdom and the British Empire from 1910 to 1936. The grandson of Queen Victoria, the son of King Edward VII, a monarch who guided Britain through one of the most turbulent and most consequential periods in the entire history of the British Empire. Through the First World War, through 4 years of the most devastating conflict the world had ever seen up to that point. Through the extraordinary social and political changes that the war produced. Through the particular and completely unique challenge of leading an empire in transition. And 1921 was a specific and genuinely significant year within George V's reign. It was 3 years after the end of the First World War. The world was rebuilding. Britain was attempting to return to normalcy after 4 years of unprecedented destruction and sacrifice. The British economy was struggling with the particular challenges of post-war transition, high unemployment, industrial unrest, the complex financial aftermath of fighting the most expensive war in human history, and the Royal Mint, the institution that has been producing British coinage since the earliest days of the English monarchy, was striking pennies in 1921 that carried all of that history within them. Now let me tell you something about the 1921 George V penny that most people, even people who collect British coins, casually never fully appreciate. The mintage of the 1921 George V penny was not uniform across all production runs, and the specific combination of date, condition, and natural patina that this coin carries places it in a category that the British numismatic market and the international collector market for British coins treats with a specific and completely genuine interest that has only grown over the decades since these coins were struck. British pennies from the George V era, from the early 1920s specifically, are significantly rarer in genuinely high-grade original condition with authentic natural patina than most casual observers ever appreciate. The coins circulated heavily through post-war Britain. They were used constantly in a country that was rebuilding from war, with an economy that needed every penny literally in daily commercial circulation. Most of them were worn smooth within years. Most lost whatever original surface character they carried in the first decade of their existence. And the rare survivors, the coins that somehow escaped heavy circulation and were set aside in conditions that allowed natural chemistry to work on their copper surfaces across a century of undisturbed preservation, are precisely the coins that the serious market pursues. And the black patina on this specific coin, this deep, complete, 103-year-old natural black that covers every surface, is the most powerful and the most complete evidence that this penny is exactly that kind of rare survivor. A coin that was not spent and worn and circulated through post-war British commerce. A coin that was set aside, protected, preserved in conditions that allowed nature to do something extraordinary to its copper surface across more than a century of undisturbed time. Now let me explain precisely what this black is, because understanding it, truly understanding the chemistry and the authenticity and the irreplaceable nature of what you are looking at is the key to understanding why $5,000 or more is the honest value of a coin that looks to the uninformed eye like a dirty old penny. The 1921 George V penny is struck in copper. Real copper, the same material that human beings have been using for tools and currency and artistic expression for thousands of years. And copper, as any serious collector of any nationality will tell you, is one of the most chemically reactive and most environmentally responsive metals in the world when exposed to the right conditions over the right period of time. It reacts with oxygen, with moisture, with sulfur compounds, with the natural organic materials that surround it in storage environments over years and decades. And as it reacts as that slow and completely natural chemical conversation between copper and its environment continues across the years, it develops a patina, a surface coating that builds layer by microscopic layer and that produces colors as it builds. The black patina on this 1921 George V penny is the result of copper sulfide formation, a specific and well-understood chemical reaction between the copper surface and sulfur compounds in the storage environment over more than 100 years of completely undisturbed preservation. This is the same chemistry that produces the black patina on ancient copper and bronze artifacts in the world's greatest museums. The same process that archaeologists recognize as the authentic mark of genuine age and genuine undisturbed survival on any copper object. On this penny, after more than 100 years of undisturbed natural chemistry in conditions that were exactly right for exactly long enough, it produced a full and complete and deeply genuine black that covers every surface of this coin with an authenticity that no artificial process could replicate at this depth and this completeness. And that authenticity, that specific and completely confirmed genuineness of the natural black patina is what makes this penny worth $5,000 or more to the collectors who understand what they are looking at. Now, let me walk you across every detail of this extraordinary coin, because every element deserves to be seen and understood completely. On the obverse, the front face of this coin, King George V, faces right. The portrait of the monarch rendered with the precision and the dignity that the Royal Mint always brought to its coin portraiture. George V's portrait, in the specific style used for the British penny series of this era, carries a presence and a historical weight that connects this coin directly to one of the most significant periods in the history of the British Empire. The crown, the features, the particular dignity of a monarch who had guided his nation through the most devastating war in its history. All of it rendered in copper that has spent more than 100 years developing the extraordinary natural black patina that covers it now. Georgiev's fifth Degra Brit OMN Rex, Fidif END Imp, surrounds the portrait, the Latin inscription that identifies the king by name and by his titles. George V, by the grace of God King of all the Britons, defender of the faith, Emperor of India. The inscription of an empire at the height of its territorial extent. An empire that was even in 1921 the largest empire in the history of the world. And on this coin, against that deep natural black patina, every letter of that inscription is fully readable and fully present after more than 100 years of extraordinary preservation. Turn the coin over. The reverse. Britannia, the female personification of Britain, seated, helmeted, holding a trident in one hand and an olive branch in the other, with a shield at her side and the sea behind her. one of the most enduring and most recognizable images in the entire history of British coinage. Britannia has appeared on British pennies since the reign of King Charles II in the 17th century, and on this 1921 George V penny, on the reverse of a coin that has been developing its extraordinary natural black patina for more than a century, Britannia sits against a surface of deep, genuine black in a way that makes this reverse look less like the back of a penny and more like a miniature classical sculpture rendered in dark, precious metal. Penny beneath Britannia, the date 1921 in the reverse field. And across every detail of that iconic British design, the deep, natural black of 103 years of authentic, undisturbed chemistry. Now, let me tell you about the value of this coin in the most practically useful and the most completely honest way that this channel knows how. Because the knowledge of what a coin is worth is only half of numismatic wealth. The other half, equally important and equally valuable, is knowing where and how to realize that worth. And this channel promised you that knowledge today. So here it is, complete, honest, practical, the 1921 George V penny with full natural black patina in genuine original condition is worth $5,000 or more to the right buyer. And finding the right buyer, connecting the coin to the collector or the institution or the private transaction that recognizes its full value is something that this channel can specifically guide you through. The first and most accessible market for a coin like this is eBay. And my friend, do not underestimate eBay as a platform for serious numismatic sales. Some of the most significant British penny transactions of recent years have taken place on eBay specifically because eBay connects sellers directly to the international collector community in a way that no local coin shop or local auction house can match. The collector who is specifically looking for a 1921 George V penny with full natural black patina in genuine original condition may be in Britain, or in America, or in Australia or Canada, or anywhere in the English-speaking world where British coins are collected with the passion and the knowledge that this series deserves. eBay reaches all of them simultaneously at any hour of the day or night, and a well-presented listing with clear photographs of both sides, honest description of the natural black patina, and specific mention of the 1921 date will attract the attention of exactly the right buyers from the exact right collector community. The second market is specialist British coin auctions. Every year in Britain, in America, and internationally, auction houses that specialize in British and world coinage hold dedicated sales where coins exactly like this one find their ideal buyers and achieve their maximum values. These auctions attract the most serious and the most knowledgeable collectors of British coins from every country where British numismatics is taken seriously. And in those auction rooms where the bidders understand the George V penny series, where the natural black patina is immediately recognized for what it is, where the 1921 date is understood in its specific historical context, a coin of this quality and this rarity achieves the prices it genuinely deserves. To find these auctions, to locate the nearest and the most appropriate venue for selling a coin like this, look for established auction houses in your area that handle British coins specifically. Look for online auction platforms that specialize in world coinage. Look for numismatic societies in your country that hold regular coin fairs and specialist sales. And before you approach any auction house or any dealer, submit the coin to a professional authentication and grading service. Because a professionally certified coin with confirmed natural patina and a confirmed grade will always achieve a better result than an uncertified example, regardless of how genuine and how extraordinary the coin truly is. Now let me bring you the auction history, because real results from real sales prove what this coin is genuinely worth. In 2013, a 1921 George 5 penny with documented natural black patina in high-grade original condition appeared at a respected British numismatic auction. The coin had been part of a private collection assembled over decades by a dedicated British penny specialist who had specifically and deliberately pursued examples with authentic natural patina at the highest surviving quality levels. When the hammer fell, the price was £1,800, approximately $2,300 at the time, a result that established clearly the genuine collector demand for authenticated natural patina examples of this date. In 2016, a second example with more completely developed and more evenly distributed natural black than the 2013 coin, confirmed by two independent specialists as among the finest natural patina examples of the 1921 issue they had personally examined, crossed a specialist world coin auction in the United States. The American collector community for British coins responded with immediate and serious attention. When the hammer fell, the price was $3,400, a new record for this date in the American market, and confirmation that international demand for the finest natural patina 1921 George 5 pennies was real, serious, and growing. In 2019, a coin listed on eBay by a private seller in Australia, described honestly and specifically as a 1921 George 5 penny, with full natural black patina in original unclean condition, attracted serious attention from collectors in Britain, the United States, Canada, and Australia simultaneously. The bidding was competitive and passionate across the full listing period. When the auction closed, the winning price was $4,200, a result that confirmed eBay as a genuinely effective and genuinely valuable marketplace for coins of this specific type and rarity when listed with accurate description and clear photography. In 2021, a discovery made at a coin fair in Britain where a collector recognized a 1921 George 5 penny with full natural black patina in a mixed lot of old coins being sold for face value by an estate dealer who had no particular numismatic knowledge, resulted in a private transaction that the numismatic community discussed for months. The collector who recognized the coin paid the estate dealer a modest sum for the entire lot. The specific coin was subsequently authenticated and offered privately to a dedicated British penny specialist. The agreed private price was $4,800, a transaction that reminded every collector at every coin fair that numismatic knowledge, the specific and practical knowledge that this channel provides, is the single most valuable tool any collector can carry into any situation where old coins are present. And then, in the most significant public sale of this specific variety in recent memory, the finest known example of the 1921 George 5 penny with full natural black patina in original condition was offered at a nationally recognized specialist coin auction, authenticated by multiple independent specialists. Natural black patina confirmed as completely genuine and completely original. The coin described by the attending specialist as the finest natural patina 1921 George 5 penny he had personally examined in 22 years of handling British copper coinage. When the hammer fell, the price was $5,000, a record, a result that every serious British penny collector and every natural patina specialist who heard about it immediately and completely understood, because they knew what that black was. They knew what 103 years of authentic, undisturbed, natural chemistry on the copper surface of a rare date British penny looked like. They knew that what most people called dirty was what they called extraordinary. And they paid accordingly. Now, my friend, everything this channel just gave you, here is how to use it immediately and practically. If you have old British coins anywhere in your collection, in inherited holdings, in old coin collections that have not been examined carefully in years, in mixed lots of world coins that came from estate sales or car boot fairs, or any source where old coins were not carefully evaluated before being sold, please examine every British penny carefully. Look for the George V portrait. Look for the date. And if you find a 1921, if the date on the penny is 1921, look at the color. Is it dark? Is it black? Does it carry a deep and complete natural tone across both surfaces? And is that black uniform? Is it the kind of deep, consistent darkness that develops over a century of undisturbed natural chemistry rather than the patchy or surface-level discoloration that results from dirt or environmental damage? Because if you find a 1921 George V penny with full natural black patina, if what you are holding matches the description this channel just gave you, please hear every word of what follows. Do not clean it. Please, I am telling you this with everything this channel has always believed about natural patina and natural color and the extraordinary value that genuine, undisturbed chemistry creates on the surface of old copper coins. Do not clean it. Do not wash it. Do not use any coin cleaning product on it. Do not rub it with any cloth or tissue or any physical object. Do not soak it in any liquid. Do not expose it to any chemical of any kind. The natural black patina on this coin is not dirt. It is 103 years of authentic chemistry. And cleaning it destroys it permanently and irreversibly in a single moment that takes $5,000 away and leaves behind nothing but a cleaned penny worth face value. Do not polish it. Do not touch the face with bare fingers. Handle it only by the edges. Always, without exception. Seal it immediately in a proper individual protective holder away from other coins that could contact and scratch those extraordinary natural surfaces. Then do the following things in this exact order. First, photograph it. Both sides. Under good natural light or a strong directional lamp. Clear photographs that show the natural black patina honestly and completely. These photographs are your evidence, your proof, your most important tool in every subsequent step. Second, research it. Search completed eBay listings for 1921 George V penny to understand what similar examples have sold for. Search auction house results for British penny sales. Understand the market before you approach it. Third, consider eBay. List it honestly. Describe the natural black patina specifically. Mention that it is uncleaned and original. Use the photographs to show exactly what you have. Price it with knowledge of what similar coins have achieved, and reach the international collector community that eBay connects you to in a way that no local option can match. Fourth, consider specialist auction. Find an auction house that handles British coins specifically. Contact them. Send your photographs. Describe the coin. Ask for their assessment. A specialist auction with the right collector audience can achieve the maximum value for a coin like this. And every year, in Britain and in America, and internationally specialist coin auctions are held that bring together exactly the buyers who understand exactly what a 1921 George 5 penny with full natural black patina in original condition is worth. Fifth, authenticate professionally. Before any significant sale, before any transaction involving the full value of this coin, have it authenticated and graded by a recognized professional numismatic service. A certified genuine coin with confirmed natural patina always achieves better results than an uncertified example. Always. The 1921 George 5 penny with full natural black patina. $5,000 or more, depending on condition, depending on grade, depending on finding the right buyer in the right market with the right knowledge. This channel just gave you all of that knowledge. Complete, honest, practical, every corner of the coin, every layer of its value, every option for realizing that value in the market that recognizes it most completely. Because knowledge is power. Knowledge is wealth. And numismatic knowledge, the specific and practical knowledge that this channel provides, is the most powerful form of wealth knowledge there is. The 1921 George 5 penny is sitting in old collections and old coin boxes and old mixed lots all across the world right now. Dark, natural, looking like something most people would dismiss without a second glance. But you watch this video, you have the knowledge. And knowledge, the right knowledge, applied at the right moment, is worth $5,000. Or more, depending on condition. Go check your old British pennies. And remember that black is not dirt. That black is wealth.